A cold, frosty start to the day, but it means there's plenty of sunshine. I'll have all the details. Good morning, Britain.
Chillier this morning.
It was. It can happen for loads of different reasons, but this one happened because there's this thing called the limestone. The culvert was full of so much water. Apparently people heard around about a week ago this banging noises, like it sounded like thunder. Was this starting to collapse underground?
Oh my goodness.
So what they're trying to do now is stop that flow of water because they know where the flow comes from.
Right.
Then their hope problem is that's probably happening in lots of areas, lots of regions in that area. So it's very unsafe.
Not sure I feel rich. As I said, we're going to be speaking to one of the residents who's been, so we'll ask about that. But Laura, what's the weather like today and for the rest of the week?
Thankfully, it's largely dry, but we do have potentially some stormy weather arriving again this weekend. So this morning, for most of us, it is cold and frosty thanks to clear skies, but that changes through the week because weather fronts queue up trying to bring some wet weather. A band of rain moves through later Wednesday into Thursday, but we have a deep area of low pressure moving in from the Atlantic as we head into this weekend, and this potentially could become our next named storm. So this is something we keep an eye on very closely, with very unfortunate timing for actually the weekend where people have lots of outdoor plans for Christmas. Now, this is how it looks for today. Cold, dry, bright, with plenty of sunshine and with clear skies and light winds for many of us. Temperatures have fallen widely below freezing. So a cold, frosty, for some icy start to the day to scrape the windscreen first thing. But at least it means many of us greeted by some beautiful winter sunshine. And very little change as we head through the day. The winds are light. There's plenty of sunshine. It stays dry for most of us. Chilly in the north, 3s and 4s. 7s or 8s in the south, but starting to see a weather front move into the northwest later with some rain. On its leading edge, we can see some snow across the higher ground of Scotland. It's crazy to think, isn't it, that they'll be going to bed soon and we're all just waking up. But that's where Andy is in Adelaide at the moment in South Australia. And then we can zip all the way across the world, well, halfway around it, 10,000 miles back to the UK, where weather for us is cool, it's cloudy, and a bit of a frosty start first thing. Now, we have got weather fronts queuing up in the Atlantic, but this morning, the big feeling, I think, is how cold and frosty it's set to be, particularly across northern areas. Clear skies initially. Some wet weather come the middle of the week, but it's later on this week, a deep area of low pressure set to move in, and it's that potentially could be our next named storm arriving just in time for the weekend. But for today, it is cold and frosty for northern areas, and then we see a band of rain moving in later. First thing, clear skies for many, a little bit more cloud for England and Wales. The temperatures holding up just above freezing, but below freezing pretty much Scotland, northern England and Northern Ireland. So you may need to scrape your windscreens here first thing. But for many of us, the winds are light today. There's plenty of sunshine. It's looking largely dry. And temperature-wise, we're sitting a little below average in the south, 8 degrees. In the north, 3 or 4 degrees, so cold here still. But here comes a band of rain on its leading edge of snow, and that slowly moves in overnight tonight. So how do things play out as we head through the next 7 days? Let's take a look at our outlook.